Hello everyone, welcome back. So, in the previous sessions, as part of a Java 8 features, we have seen a brief introduction about a Lambda expression, functional interface, and as well as an anonymous inner class. As part of the today's session, we are going to see a brief introduction on a default methods. And moreover, these default methods will be defined inside an interface. Immediately, a quick question will rise in our mind. As far we know, till 1.7 in Java, using an interface, we can create an abstract methods itself. Yes, of course. So the new feature that we have in Java 8 is creating a default methods inside a interface. Perfect. Immediately, a quick question that rises in our minds. What is the use of creating a default methods inside an interface? Is it really required? Consider an example that I have an interface and I have five implementation classes. One interface and five classes that implemented this particular interface. In future, after a month, if I have added a one more method to an interface, then definitely I should implement this method in all the five implemented classes. So it means some kind of a rework is there whenever you are adding a new method to an interface. With that reason, this default methods concept comes into a picture. What are we doing means directly you can create a default method inside an interface. It means I can say so far, all the methods that we have till 1.7 are an abstract methods. Now you can create a concrete methods in this 1.8 feature, which is a default method. A method with a default keyword, we can treat it as a default method. See, the syntax out over there is default space void space method name. That's it, and you can provide the implementation out over there within an interface. What it will happen for the implemented classes, which were already implemented basically, this method all the implemented classes can use it, or moreover, if they want to have a customized logic, even they can furthermore override this particular method logic and they can use this particular method. This is what a main advantage with respect to this method. And let me show you this practical example in an editor. I just launched my Eclipse editor here, guys, and now I'm creating a one interface. So in this Java project, basically, inter5. And for this interface, what I'm doing means I'm creating a two methods. One is a default methods. So here, first of all, let me add a abstract method, basically void login. Login is my abstract method. So I'm just adding a one more default method, which is a default void logouts. And here system.out.println, I'm doing a default implementation out over here. Default implementation in this class itself. Perfect. Now, what I'm doing means I'm creating one class that should implement this particular interface. Orange orange 8, basically this is the class that I'm creating here, and in this class what I'm doing means I'm trying to implement this interface 5 implements inter 5. Okay, that's fine, we have created that. And even let me write down my method as well. So I'm not using a lambda expression as of now, I'm just a straightforward going with the regular methods itself, so which is login logic. And now let me try to call the interface methods. Inter5 space obj is equal to orange 8. This is the class which provided the implementation. So obj dot see, I can access the login method. If you observe the login, it's an abstract method. Logout, which is a default method. Login, I have already created the logic, and logout, I'm calling the default method here. So when I run my class, both the login and a logout can be executed. The ultimate outcome from this one, which you need to observe, is the default method I was able to call. That's what the point here. And moreover, what I'm going to do right now is, of course, my editor is taking a couple of minutes to load. Yeah, this is what login and as well as a default implementation. As of now, what I'm doing means let me try to override the logout logic here, which is a default method. Logout system.out.println logout implementation here. See, basically, this is a default method in an interface. I'm writing down the logic for the same method here. This concept, we can call it as a overriding, and whatever the overriding logic is there, you can find that execution here. Whenever we are executing that, the overriding logic will be executed here. That's it. This is the thing. And this default methods, we can also call it as an virtual extension methods. Basically, we can also call these default methods as an virtual extension methods. Perfect. This is all about a default methods. And immediately a quick question will rise in our mind. What is the major difference between an interface in Java 1.8 and as well as an abstract class? I know that in an abstract class, it's a combination of the abstract class is a combination of abstract methods and as well as a concrete methods. First, suppose if you are doing both the things in an interface, then what is the difference between these two? Of course, we will see the differences between these two in the next lecture. But one small point that I want to show you out over here is, as of now, this is the one where exactly I'm just providing the implementation of this, right? I can substitute this one with the lambda expressions. You all know, right, how exactly we can provide a lambda expression. So the methods, which is an abstract method that we have in that particular interface, open brace, close the brace, system not out dot println, the logic is a login. As I have only a single line, I'm not providing any logics for that. See, I'm just removing this one also. Okay, I'm just removing this one, and I'm just removing this implement stuff also. The reason is I'm just providing the implementation of that particular one in this particular inner class itself. Fine. Let me try to execute this one with the help of a lambda expressions. So here obj.logout that I have called obj.login also let me call here login using lambda expression. See, that's what, implementation class, you can maintain a separate implementation class, or of course you can use a lambda expression to provide that. But the only thing in order to use a lambda expression is this interface, whatever you are creating should be a functional interface. It means it should have only one abstract method. Perfect. This is all about the default methods, guys. In the next session, what I'm going to do now means I will be explaining about a brief comparisons between an interface and as well as an abstract class, and another scenario with respect to this interface we are going to see in the next lecture. Okay. Thank you, guys. Bye bye.